All right, so NIL Ballers, we're here with Chan's mom, Joan. Listen, first of all, we about to lobby for Chance to get a car because I'm trying to figure out why doesn't Chance have a car as a senior?
Oh, you're going to start right there. Chance doesn't need a car.
Chance don't need a car?
Chance drives a Mercedes-Benz truck to school every day. I don't care what the year of it is a Mercedes-Benz truck. It has 4 wheels on it and it gets him there. So.
Chance, you walked me into this, bro?
So Chance has a ride to school every day. He don't get on the school bus. We don't drop him. He has a car.
So this recruiting process can be very extensive. It could be very grueling. Chance told us he didn't get a chance to talk NIL with any colleges. It was you and his dad talking to these colleges about NIL and the business of football. What have you experienced going to these colleges, and give us your take on the business of college football and where it is today?
Well, I would say yes, I agree with it is a business. And being a business person now, retired from law enforcement, and then now in business, owning 2 wing stops, and actually I'm working on doing 2 Marco's Pizzas now here in Miramar and Pembroke Pines. I realized listening, in on some of the stuff, it had to be kind of a quick study because NIL is new, but the parenting part of it comes in, right? So he's saying that he only set in on maybe 1, and I think I know which school that is. We kind of let them take the lead as to how they want to present NIL or talk about it, or whether you want an official or unofficial visit or whatever it is. The topic of money steps in, and at the end of the day, this NIL is business. And Chance and I kind of bump heads in it, right? In that, he's like, oh, I don't care about that 5-star stuff. But for me, it was like I was seeing 5s, like 5-star, 5 top receivers, 5 this. So I kept seeing this 5 show up, and I think absolutely there is a formula to it.
You do?
I do, and you can kind of see it, and I think that is it. I think the more stars you have behind your name, where you're ranked as a player, how many followers you have on social media, right? That kind of gimmicky, sellable thing, because unfortunately these kids are products, whether the schools want to admit to it or not. This is a product. They want him to produce, right? They want him to produce as an entertainer, right? The football player, the wide receiver, and then they want him to produce how many catches he makes, how many yards he makes. They want production, right, out of this product, and this product has to be marketed. It has to be packaged. It's business.
When you say this product, you're talking about the athlete, right?
This athlete.
Your son.
This athlete. My son and anybody else's son, daughter, whoever in this sports industry, right? That they are the product. Right. And they have to market themselves. They have to package themselves. And in the way that they do that, leading up to the point where now NIL is on the table, does have an effect on how many zeros are going to go behind their NIL deal. Right. And that's plain and simple.
I got a question. As a businesswoman, right? These numbers that you're hearing that these kids can get as freshmen or the next 3 years, as a businesswoman, could a kid really do something with that money and turn it into real money?
Listen, I was a state employee, right? I've been in this, we've been in this house for 17 years, right? Right. And I know you drove through a guard gate, and it's only 17 houses back here. And that was with a high school degree, right? Diploma. Gotcha. And 2-year college education. You have to read knowledge. You got to read. The information is here, right? Information is free. I always say information is free. Knowledge costs money. But the NIL money that they're getting, there is no reason why, if managed properly, these kids, whether they go to the next level or not, should be comfortable for a very long time. Now, there's a formula for that too. Right. But you're gonna have to learn how to live within your means. You're gonna have to know that you're not gonna make that kind of money forever. So how do I make the total number with paying myself first, last me
Yeah.
until I am what age?
It's gonna take some discipline, right? Take some discipline and
it's gonna take some
education.
knowledge.
And
It's
some
gonna take
knowledge.
some knowledge.
Yeah. Well, Joan, that was awesome. You just gave our NIL Ballers viewers something to think about. And Chance, boy, we're gonna pray y'all start throwing the ball a little more so we can see you in the end zone this year. But good luck on the season, man, and I look forward to seeing you balling at the next level. Yeah, thanks for having me.
All right, thanks for coming out.
Even though Chan's future is NIL balling, in the state of Florida, he's not allowed to get it in high school yet. Georgia just got passed, Florida not yet. So Chance will be walking into NIL, but he's definitely talking to the colleges about NIL and how these things work. A lot that has to do with NIL is actually what you negotiate. It's kind of up to you and whoever you have in the room with you to talk about some of these things. Chance has Joan, his mom. She's big time in this business game. She owns businesses and she understands what her son is worth. Chance, no doubt in my mind, will get NIL dollars up front. But what they don't measure is his heart. I've watched him play since he was a kid. Chance is tough. He'll be one that the coaches can depend on. Are you hurt or are you injured? That's one thing that keeps players off the field. The best ability is availability, and Chance will have that. Is the NIL good or bad for college sports? The old guys are crying about the transfer portal and NIL, probably mostly because they didn't get paid. Since sports started, people have complained about change. Now, I got a problem with the hitting and the leading with the head rule. But before that, they complained about the face mask. They complained about the forward pass. They complained about the moving of the kickoff. They complained about everything. Nobody wants their game that they love to change. But for years, the college kids was the only ones complaining about being hungry when they were in college. NIL is good for sports if you ask me. The problem is, if your team doesn't embrace it, it may result in losing. Let's think about some of the things that NIL may help your program with. These kids may want to stay in school now. Angel Reese is on record saying that she was in no rush to leave LSU. She was getting $700,000 a year. These kids may play in these bowl games. So now you don't have your backups playing in bowl games because your stars are sitting out waiting for the NFL money. But also, I believe college sports has changed forever. Because it's one thing having a hungry, broke kid running wind sprints and a full one with that bag and a Mercedes outside running wind sprints. Those are two different guys. But guess what? Saturday's coming and we're gonna be right in front of the television watching. So do you understand NIL? I travel the country going from college campuses to high schools and yes, even Pop Warner fields. Some of these NIL deals start young. NIL has made me a fan of gymnastics, basketball, volleyball, baseball, and tennis. Still not digging swimming, but I'm working on it. So if you see any athletes who's dominating his or her turf, email me, and there's a good chance that you'll see me in your town. NIL Ballers, that's a wrap.